Hello, hello, hello. Alright, so I am really done with the toaster's load order here on this machine. So I'm going to do a load order video from this because this load order is done. Okay. Now I'm going to walk us down through this, and let's see, there might be a show or two that is due at the end, but I have been playing in this game and I'm going to play in it some more, and I will show you some of that in the future. But right now I just want to start with the load order here. There's not a lot to tell right here. This is the usual patch. I do this largely because if you've played the vanilla game in the past, you know that sometimes the main quest line or the Mages Guild quest line or any quest line could just glitch out on you, and you wouldn't be able to complete that quest line. You may not be able to complete the game, and it could be frustrating. So I always include this patch for that reason. We used to have that happen quite a bit, and it was one of the things that drove the toaster crazy when we were playing the original Skyrim on the 360, is things like that would happen and her quest line would be totally bugged out, and here she would have a character at level 60 or 70 and basically not be able to finish the game, and it was just very frustrating. So I think it was her second or third character before she was able to actually finish the game, and I had similar issues but not quite as bad. I had a little better luck. My first character, he was able to finish the game. So nonetheless, that's why I always include this patch. Code Room Floor is just for fun. It just brings some things up out of the game that are there. It just kind of activates them. Code Room Floor, this here is the Code Room Floor here changes the way your, what do you call that spell? It's like that mage armor spell. It changes the way it looks, and I didn't really care much for the way it looked, so I just change it back. If you prefer the other look, then just don't use this. This is a very small mod. It's not, doesn't really do anything else. So then we have the Parthenox Dilemma. Now this is a quest fix so that you do not have to kill Parthenox, or you don't have to necessarily choose one or the other. Normally if you choose to not kill Parthenox, the blades hate you. If you kill Parthenox, the graybeards hate you. So this avoids that. You do not have to kill him. So they explain here what it does for you, and I'm not going to go into all that, but you can you can look at that and you can do whatever you want. It's just, I'm just telling you what the idea is here, so that you do not have to make just one choice, so you can spare him and still be allied with both the blades and the graybeards. Now this is the Stones of Baronzia quest markers. This marks all the stones for you. There might be one or two exceptions, but I'm trying to remember. It seems like I used this and completed that quest pretty easy. So I include this for the toaster because she always hated those things, the fact that you couldn't easily find them all, This is always dragons. I figure she might as well always have dragons in her game. Now she's not going to play a super hard game like with the heavy metal combat or anything, but she can always have dragons, and that just adds a little fun. We delay the Dragonborn and the Dawnguard DLCs so that she'll have time to go through and actually finish the game and kill Alduin before these things kick off. Let's see, we have Skyrim Flora Overhaul. This is the HD version. I found that I liked this very well, so I kept it. I do the little landscape grass mod. Now I do use Cathedral Weathers and Seasons for her because she won't really use or won't need anything like, what do I use? I use that little display enhancements mod. And she wouldn't use that. She wouldn't really want to use that. But this, she can go in on their menu and she can make her game a little more vivid, a little brighter, a little more colorful. I also like their stars and galaxies, and I like their luminosity, and this will light up the interiors for her a little bit, and she'll like that. she doesn't want to be somewhere where it's so dark she can't tell what she's doing. I understand that. It's not fun. This is just a smooth sky mesh, just to make sure that the sky mesh is as smooth as possible. It removes color banding, etc. Amazing follower tweaks so that she can do what she wants with her followers. She can do as much as she wants, and she doesn't have to do any more than what she wants. If she wants to just accept them as they are, then this hurts nothing. So, my home is your home. Again, she can choose to use that or not. Unique armors and weapons that will allow her to craft these armors that are listed here. Now, the thief armors, I will tell you the thief armors, dark brown and gray, I think that shows up a couple of times in my list, and some work and some don't, but all these others, the Nightingale armor, the Blades armor, the Dragon Priest mask, all these other things work. But for some reason, I get 2 listings for the thief armors, and there's one listing like works and one doesn't. So I'm just mentioning that. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not sure why that is. But we get all these things, and you can make all these things, so it's really nice. Then this is the amazing follower tweaks, no friendly fire. Hopefully your followers will not be irritated and angry with one another. Free crafting, so that she can craft anything vanilla in the game, or you can craft anything vanilla in the game. Just pop, from the beginning of the game. You don't need any perks, you don't need any materials, you just craft any of the vanilla items free right off. Now, it is only vanilla items. It's not like every enchanted weapon or anything like that. It's unenchanted, just vanilla items. Anything added by a mod, you'll still need materials and perks and all that stuff. This is just a little auto unequip ammo, so when you unequip your bow, it unequips the arrows. Armored circlets, just what it says. It just allows you to create regular circlets, regular circlets and armor. Well, wait, does it allow you to do regular circlets? Let me rethink that. No, it does not. It allows you to do armored circlets. This adds armored circlets to the game, and you can craft light or heavy versions. I think it does not actually affect... Right, it does not really affect the true vanilla circlets that don't have any armor. So, it doesn't truly change circlets that don't have any armor, but it does allow you to craft circlets in the menu where it says, and they're in light or heavy armor, and they look just like the same vanilla ones. So, craftable clothing, you can craft all these clothes on the tanning rack. So it's just a useful little thing. Now, you do have to have a certain amount of materials and stuff for it, but at least you have the option of doing it. So, now religious amulets, you'll notice it lists that is still on the forge, and I think it's still under jewelry, if I remember right. Now, I could misremember, but I'm pretty sure that's still under jewelry. No enchantment restrictions, so that you can, enchant on any piece of gear. Of course, you still can't put weapon enchants on your gear, and you can't put armor enchants on your weapon, but that makes sense. Improved blade stats. This just improves the stats for the blade's armor, so that it's more in line with Daedric stats, which makes sense if they're such an elite force that they would not have this junky steel or iron level of armor and weapon. That never made sense. Unlimited enchantments. It allows you to really put a ton of enchantments on one item. Now, this gets ridiculous fast, and you get really overpowered really fast, but it can be fun, and it would allow her to play around with this and have some fun. Now, here we have craftable Elven light armor, and it also includes the craftable ebony mail armor, so that you can craft either of them. And neither are enchanted, so you can do what you want. This is, as near as I can tell, this is the smallest infinite weapon magic. Your weapon enchantment will never go away. you'll never have to recharge your weapon. The way they named it, that's just the way they named it. But it's really, really good. So it works really well. I think Dean Chase said he was the one that mentioned this to me. That's fine. I'm sure he did tell me about it. I'm sure, that I also saw it somewhere else. But nonetheless, this is like, I think, the best one. And yeah, so just trying to give credit where credit is due. It's very small and very good. This is jump 5 times. If you don't like I jump, I use the 10 times jump because I just really enjoy that. But if you don't like that, then you can definitely use the 5 times jump. Now, I have jumped with the 10 times jump, jumped in the air and hit a dragon and killed it. Okay? And that's on video, one of my videos. I don't remember which one, but it's on one of my videos where I was on an old version of Porthos and did that. So you can jump and attack with these mods. So just so you know. Okay, Magical College of Winterhold, because I think she'll like that little extra atmosphere. I think she'll like that. Unique Bridges of Skyrim. I'm sorry. I think any of us might enjoy that. Unique Bridges of Skyrim. It replaces all those little bridges around Skyrim with some nicer, unique bridges, so they're not all exactly the same all the time. Improved candles. I just like the red candles. I think they look good. Sometimes I like the black, but I decide to go with the red here. City trees. I like this. Rather than doing a whole big city overhaul thing, this just adds some nice plants and trees to the cities and makes them look, I don't know, I think it adds something to them. I like it pretty good. Powerful torch just makes, if you use a torch, which I admit not everybody will, and some people do not like the torch, that's cool. It's perfectly fine. Always do what you like. But this makes your torch better, and it gives you a better range of light. Now this is Forgotten Dungeons. I know that she will like having the extra dungeons to find and go through, and some of them will be things that, maybe you've not seen before. Of course, if you've had this mod and played through everything, then it's not any big deal for you. But, for someone who's not played through these dungeons, it just adds some variety. Same with Easier Riders Dungeon Pack. It adds some variety, and they've added, how many do they have now? 8 new dungeons? So it has grown slowly over the past couple of years, but it's nice. And the Easier Riders Dungeon Pack, their dungeons can tend to be a little more colorful and a little more, and a little more crazy sometimes. Now, I'm not saying that in a bad way. I thought they were fun, so just letting you know. Unfortunately, the Whiterun Crafting Center mod has been taken down. I do not know why. I could not find it anywhere. But I'm going to leave it here in the Toasters game because it's such an excellent mod and it gives you everything you need right outside of Whiterun. You don't even have to go into town, and you would have, a place to sleep, somewhere to sell your stuff. You have all the workshop things that you would need, a forge and tables and everything. So, and it's such a small mod, and I kept it. And I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm going to try to leave it as long as I can, and let, if she plays, she'll enjoy it. The cheat room, in case she were to need that for any reason or want to use it, I could show her how to use it. If she doesn't, then it's just there, and we'll just have it if we need it, and not have to use it. Lamppost, just for fun. I like having the lampposts around. I've never found anything really wrong with that mod. Crafting supplies, all in one. This adds the chests and, and a food bag in Whiterun, where you can find just a ton of crafting supplies and things like that. And it restocks itself, so like if you take everything and then close the lid and reopen it, it will restock itself. So these supplies are like forever, never ending, and it just saves you the trouble of having to, dig up supplies all the time. You can just walk up to one of these boxes, take what you need, or take everything. If you're like me, I'll wear that special ring that allows me to carry all the weight I want, and I'll just empty these boxes out if I want them, Alright, so here is some outfits and weapons. This is just the pirate outfit. It's a 7-base pirate outfit. Now this is from Gemini King ports, and it's a very good port. There was a much, well, I shouldn't say a much older, but years ago, there was an older port of this that wasn't very good, but this one is very good. It works very well, and it's not too big. It's not a very big port. They shrunk this down. I think this used to be more like 100 meg. But anyway, it's nice. The Linkle outfit is also, it's just a cute, silly outfit. Nothing wrong with that. It's fun. It's you know, 30 megabytes, but you get some nice variety in colors, and you can mix and match things. So it's nice. Katana Crafting. Katana Crafting is just that. It puts some katanas. It mentions the 4. It gives you the ability to craft those 4 katanas in all these varieties: Steel, Dwarven, Elven, Orcish, Nordic, Glass, Ebony, Stalrim, Daedric, and Dragonborn. There you go. You will need the appropriate perks, and you will need the materials. However, you can craft them, and it's fun, so that you can always have the katana of your choice that matches your whatever your outfit might be. This is the little Nightingale Forever mod, which I also like, and really all it has is the sword and the shield, and it's just a little buckler size shield. Okay, so I really like this mod a lot. Now they tell you here about if you're using Lean Wolf's weapons or the Old Kingdom weapon overhaul, that you had to put this under them, or these textures will not show. So just letting you know that. I think both of those mods would affect this. Then this is like my favorite, just standalone, one bow, small mod, the Valiant Nord Bow. So I included it. It has its own unique style, and it has its own arrows, and I think it looks good. And it's, you know, it's just fun. Nothing wrong with that. So here we have the Black Wisteria 7-base bombshell outfit, which I think I have one of the girls wearing, and if I go play her some, we might see that again. And then the Shinoa armor, which I think the toaster might kind of like that armor, and it gives you the long or the short version, and it looks like good wizardy style, mage style of outfit and armor. So I left that because I thought she would like that. She probably won't care about this. That's more for me, I guess. Probably true for that one too, though the full version of this, well, it's still, well, anyway, it just depends. It just depends. She probably won't care too much for those two, but nonetheless, I just thought she might like that, and she might like the Linkle outfit because it's just a fun, cute little outfit. So that might be something she'll enjoy. Just, you know, if you're not in the mood, you get tired of seeing yourself in the same old armor all the time, you know. Alright, so here, this is just to give her the nicer looking guys and the nicer looking gals. You are familiar with these mods if you've been watching for any length of time. This Botox here, this version by Master B, I would say it is just a little bit better than Morgan Helsing's for 2 reasons. It's a little bit smaller, not a lot, and it doesn't appear to have the little glitches that are in Morgan Helsing's. It doesn't have the funky blue and pink hair, and it doesn't have the weird hair strands or rubbery strands or whatever it is that stretches from the women's bodies off into the distance or whatever. It doesn't have those glitches, so it seems like a very good port. It seems very clean, and it seems to work really well. So, alright, this is Elisif, the fairest of them all, just to make Elisif look like this character of Wickwaz. It's just for fun. And then this just increases the weight of Mule the Lioness, because I always think she looks weird that she's 75 weight. That just, I don't know, it just doesn't look right somehow. It messes with my mind. This is the Ashara Merchants and Traders, so that if you want to be able to, what it is Xenia, she's the real, I guess the real merchant. Anyway, she will be in almost every inn, and she will have like 30,000 gold to buy all your stuff. And in every inn, that version of Xenia will be a master trainer. She will train you in some skill, and depending on which inn you're in will determine what the skill is. It's always the same. And then there is a guy, I can't remember his name, Bjorn. No, it's right there, Bjorn. And he sells stuff. He has stuff that you can buy from him. So both of them can be useful depending on what you're doing. This is Fairies of Skyrim. It's just for fun. It serves no purpose other than just to put them out here. It's just for fun, and I thought the toaster would enjoy it. So this is a follower that I've liked in the past, and she's very small, and I just threw her in here so that there would be an extra follower. Same with this, Jarl Elsa. This just makes a copy of her, and she will look like this. If you replace Elsa, this little mod of, let's see, this was done by Imperial Agent. Yeah, Imperial Agent. This little mod will make a copy of Elisif and make her a follower. And whatever if you use a replacer to change Elisif's appearance, this follower will also have that appearance. So it's a very nice thing. Now here is some hairs. I just grabbed some random hairs back when I started this, and I finally got it down. I kind of like the hairs in this salon, though right now, off the top of my head, I can't tell you. The names are always so meaningless to me. I just don't know what to, I'm sorry, I'm not very helpful with that. But anyway, I kind of like this one, and it's not very big. Same with this for the guys. The only difference is for the guys. I did this, and there's one or two haircuts in this I like, and the rest of them I really don't like. I'm always having a hard time with guys, but nonetheless, it's not very big. Neither of these are very big, and they work. This is the superior lore-friendly hair, because you're still going to have some people that probably have the vanilla hair. This just makes it look a little better. This is the character editor, which allows you to have the horns and the different skin tones and hair colors and things that some of the other mods don't give you. This is the definitive beauty pack, which just helps make your character look like they've been affected with Botox, so they look better. So it just makes the presets look better, essentially. And it does work. It does work very well. So I'm pleased with this mod just as it is, and I'm glad they didn't pack it full of all the craziness from the other mods in the past. So here's Better Male presets. I've been using this for a while. It just adds some nice presets for guys. I tend to use that. This is the Eyes of Aber. This is a new eye mod for me in the past few months, and I like it. I think I did a show on this already, and I like this. This is pretty good. Maybe I should check and make sure that I did a show on this, but I thought I did. This is the HD version of the Beauties of Skyrim and the Beautiful Vampires. It just makes them very, very beautiful. It just makes them very nice. It's a nice skin texture, and it affects the vampire's face so that they don't get the scary vampire face. And then this is Tempered Skins for males. It also does include a body, so we are using that high poly body that was included in this. Then, now, you can have the SMIM up at the top, okay? You can. But I don't know. For some reason, I just felt like I wanted to put it down here. So I'd make sure that the mesh, this mesh would win out over any of the mods up above it, okay? Because this really changes the mesh. So that's what I decided to do, and it works fine. It seems to work fine either way. I've tried it both ways. It works fine at the top, and it works fine down here. So I put it down here with my textures. I chose to do Skyland. I did this to save some space, and so we could do Solstheim Genesis. One of the things that's really bad about going to Solstheim is just so dreary. There's no reason to go out there and stay because it's just always blah. There's really, it's just not very pleasant. So this makes it a lot nicer, and I think the toaster will like this. And if you could go look at my video, I did a video on this, I think you'll see that it is a nice improvement, and it's cool in its own way. Now, this is the reworked Dragon Collection. I think we've done a show on this. Matter of fact, I'm pretty positive I did a show on this. I will double check that, but this gives you some very good, nice looking dragons. It really does. And yeah, that's really all it is. It just makes them look a lot better. They're 2K and they look very good. Now this is, I think this is the one I've not done a show on, is the pretty animated potions. So I've not done a show on it. I will say they look good. I have not had any problem with the mod. So, I mean, they look fine. And it looks different. It makes them look a little different than what you're accustomed to seeing. So, it's up to you if you like it or not. The animation, I'm not sure so much if I'm seeing all the animation that much, but I don't look really close at these items. So, I'll just tell you, they could be easily animated and I'm just missing it because I'm not looking. So, this is my door mod that I like because it makes all the doors look cool. Divine Textures. It's a good texture pack for your creatures. However, the cow does not look good enough. So, I'm going to try. There's a new cow mod texture mod that I'm going to try. So, Hyperborean Snow. I don't think I've done a show on this, but I liked it. I've been looking for something that would do nice snow. I started saying nice show. Nice snow. Let's see, did I get... Okay, anyway. But I didn't find it. So, until I tried this one, and then I was like, okay, I think I like this one. Now, mind you, I still need to do a show and really look at it better. But I didn't have any trouble with it, and it does work. And it looked good from what I remember, what I saw of it, like in Solstheim. This is the Skyrim Horse Renewal 2K. It does make your horses look better. It does. It does make them look better. It's up to you if you think it's worth that much space. I don't think I've done a show on this either, but I will. It'll be a fairly quick show just to show some horses. I mean, that's really all there is. Divine Wolves. Divine Wolves is just that. Wolves look better. I think they look a lot better, a lot nicer. I think this is a very good wolf texture overhaul, however you want to look at it. Now, if you'll notice here, it says it's also an AI overhaul, so, you know, they will act a little differently. They will have a little better combat AI, according to the modder. I'm just going to go with that. I don't know. Oh, this is Tarshana's mod, so I'm just going to say that, you know, if they say they affected the AI some, I'm sure they did. Clever Sharf's photorealistic lock. Nothing much to say there. It does make the lock look a lot better. This is the photorealistic ash piles, also by Clever Sharf. It makes them look a lot better. Is it? Well, it's a small mod, but it does make them look a lot better. However, you know, it's still. It's better, though. It's better. It's much better than the blurry mess. It's still, I don't know. I don't know what I expect or what they can do. So, anyway, it does look a lot better. I'll just keep saying that. Prismatic Insects. Now, I think this is from Tarshana 2, right? I think so. And this just gives you a lot of interesting butterflies and bugs and stuff. And it's just fun. And it's very small. And I know, because the toaster gets distracted with, you know, catching the bugs and the butterflies. If she has some variety, it'll be more fun for her. So I figured she would enjoy that. Now, and you might too. I mean, you know, why not? So this one I've seen this. I know it works, but I have not done a show on this either. This is Cathedral 3D Rocky Shores. It puts the rocks, it makes your shoreline, instead of looking like this, well, I don't know. It just improves the look of your shoreline. It gives you some little rocks that makes it look more natural. If you've ever been down on like a riverside or something, there'll be little rocks and stuff, and it won't just be like a smooth mud surface or something like that. So I was trying it out, and it works, and it looks okay. So this is Embers HD 2K. I think we've done a show on this in the past. If not, then I'll have to do that. But Definitely, this has been working. It and Inferno have been working for me just fine. Now, there is a note on Inferno, something about, I forget what it was, but someone had said something about if you use a lot of fire spells, it could have some effect on your frame rate. I've not had any issues, but I've not tried some of the crazy fire spells either. So, just letting you know. High Poly Project, consider this to be kind of an extension of SMIM in a way. That's probably not exactly right, but it gives you some nice looking things in the game. Let's see, does it tell us what all it does? I think my problem with it is that it doesn't tell me what it's really improving in it, or at least I'm not understanding what's been improved. And you could go to the original mod on the Nexus and see, I guess. And I may have done that one time, but I've already forgotten. So I've slept since then, you know what I mean. Now this is the Kartoffel's Quality Cube Maps. I included this because I like the reflections it gives you, and I think the toaster would like that little extra, that extra niceness in the game. I think most people would, so. This is the Quality World Map. I like this a lot. I've been using it for a long time now. Cathedral Water Overhaul. If you're running low on space, this is a good water overhaul. Also, sometimes if it seems like with everything you've got going on that Realistic Waters 2 is just too much for you, the new version is really good, but even so, it has a lot of stuff in it. Okay, it's a much bigger mod than this. It's not huge by any means. I think it's 75, 80 meg. But it contains a lot more than this, so this is a good alternative, and it works very well, and the water looks really good. Then the spray. Now this one, I have not checked this out, and I have not done a show on it. I have seen some spray, but that was in Solstheim, and I wasn't sure if that was the right place to be. Well, yeah, it says it retextures the spray effect, and it says Dragonborn DLC is required. So, okay. So I have seen it, and it does work, but I haven't done a show on it. I really need to look at it in a little more in-depth detail. This is just a makeover for Uthgard, because I just think she never looks that good, and same from y'all. The Botox and none of the mods ever really seem to make these two women look very good to me, so I just used these as makeovers for them. It's some sort of weird thing in my head, so don't worry about it. XP32 Maximum Skeleton. This has your skeleton, and it has your TBBP animations and your Ragdoll Force settings. Anything else? It does not have the twirling, which is good. So, and it works. I've not had any issues with it. I keep it low. This is the only animations in my animation section, okay? Because I don't really need anything else. It has its own little what's the word? Idle. It has its own little idle where your girl will just stand there. She won't do anything weird or twirl or anything. This is alternate start. Live Another Life. I'm sure you're all familiar with that. It's a very good mod. Color Patches Remover. If you've ever had a big mod that had these little orange doors and things in it, this takes care of that. Invisible Helmets, because the toaster likes to have the benefit of the helmet but not see it. I did this. This really only affects vanilla things. If you do a modded helmet, it's probably not going to be invisible. Okay? Just letting you know. Now, if you do a replacer helmet, it might still be invisible. I don't remember. But if you do a brand new modded suit of armor with a helmet, that helmet is probably going to be visible. Alright. So this is New Beginnings. This is more options for your alternate start. Which is fun to have these extra starts. Have I tried any of these? Let me look here. I think, well, spawn in a gel of your, I don't know if I've done any of these yet. Let me look. I was laying in and laid to rest. Oh, that's interesting. I am a wandering merchant. I am a werewolf. I am a warlock witch. I might have been a warlock witch in a secluded lair. Yeah, might have been. Anyway, I don't remember. I'm sorry. I'm just not sure. Nonetheless, I always put it below alternate star, which is where it should be. If you're using Skyland, just go ahead and use this little patch that the Skyland modder made for us. Let's see. This is the main patch. Is here any issues that are found? Currently, this fixes the smooth, shiny roads in the reach and water issues. So it does fix a few things. Now, you'll notice, even though I did Skyland all in one, let me go back up here, find that I did do Cathedral Water. Okay. Now let's see here. I can't remember. I don't think, is there any water? Now this does Skyland watercolor slow green. So if you don't, if you're okay with just having the slow green watercolor, you could just use this and not use another water mod. But I wanted the Cathedral Water, so I took the extra space to have that. That was my choice. And I keep my water mods here together. Alright. What else? This just gives you more females in your game. Simple, quick, easy. This makes your merchants rich, which ordinarily, I mean, I would have this mod up higher, but I used to put it up higher, but then some mods would come in that I would put in their normal place would actually affect this, so I started putting it down low like a patch. This I treat like a patch, but it's wonderful for your mods manager. You can actually see and all your favorites and you know, well, within reason. There's still a limitation, but it's such a good limitation now. It's so much higher. You can actually see all 150 of your load order and etc. It's very good. Light Blade Shield. If you put this at the bottom down here, you will have 2 shields that you will be able to make. Let me explain. This enables you to make a light blade shield. Now normally it would replace the blade shield, but because I have, let me find it, hold on, I'm getting there. Because I have this, which adds the blade's armor and sword to the forge. Okay, it adds it to the forge. There's actually 2 blade shields, and only one of them will be changed to a light shield. The other one will still stay heavy, so you'll have both a light and a heavy blade shield that you can choose to make and use as you wish. Why would you want a light blade shield? Well, the light blade shield has its own look, and sometimes it will go with other things, at least decently enough. So I just do that. This is Xbox One X shadows. This gets rid of the funky shadows on your character and your NPCs, and it just makes them look better. They won't have those odd shadows. So ever since I started using this in my game, I also did this here. So this is my load order. Probably, maybe not for the whole month, but this is my load order video for December right now. Will there be another one? It depends on how far I get on my own game and load order. Like I said, I think there's still a few shows that I need to do here. And I do want to play some of this, some more, because we were playing previously, just fooling around. Let's see, is there anything else to point out about this? I don't think so. I don't think there's anything earth-shattering. Like I said, I think there's a few shows I still need to do, especially because I did Solstice Genesis. That makes me think that all I need to do now is maybe do the potions and maybe the snow and the horses. That's probably about it. Oh, and the spray. Unless I haven't done the fire ones, I guess I could do a show on these fires if I haven't done so. So I'll look at that. I'll have to look at that and see what all I still owe, shows on. But overall, this is a good load order. It is working. Now, I have not played it like for 60 hours. Okay? I'll just tell you right up, you could easily go through your game at some point and run into some issue that I have not run into. So I don't want to be unfair and act like, oh, I've played 100 hours and didn't have any issues. That would not be honest, and I'm not going to say that. But I have played this and traveled around Skyrim, and I don't know how many hours I've played. I've done some shows, and I've played some, and, you know, kind of back and forth. And I've done a few different characters, and I haven't had any issues. So that's about the best I can do right now. Like I said, I'm going to continue to play it some, and I'm going to do some more shows for some of these things, like I had mentioned. So that's it. That's our load order for now. If I can do another load order, you know, this month I will, but probably won't. Probably, knowing me and everything that's going on and having Christmas and the holidays, it'll probably be January before I can do another load order. So this will be our December load order video. Like I said, if I can squeak one in, I will, but we'll see. Alright? Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later.